And I gotta say that for Rise version, I definitely prefer it over. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc, I'm a music composer for games, and you guys enjoyed a lot the last comparison video I did for Monster Hunter music. And not only you guys enjoyed it, but you wanted more. You said, don't compare just some of the themes, compare all of the themes for a particular monster. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna listen to and talk about the themes, in plural, themes for Rajang. And he has 3 themes. It's the original theme from Monster Hunter DOS, he has the world theme and the Rise theme. So, let's go! So this is his original theme from Monster Hunter DOS. These attack notes are so iconic. And something that some people don't notice is that this original theme has a sort of Middle Eastern flavor to it. It's not very evident, but if you listen carefully in the right speaker, there is a stringed instrument together with the attack notes, bum, 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 bum. Playing this melody, there is what I believe to be a sitar, which is an Indian instrument. See if you can hear it. Can you hear it? I think this is a sitar. And by the way, in case you don't know, this is what a sitar is. So it's cool that they gave him this exotic Middle Eastern vibe, and actually I'm not even sure if it's correct to say that the sitar in India is Middle Eastern, because it's definitely, musically speaking, is not Middle Eastern in the same sense that you know, Persia and Arabic stuff is. It doesn't sound like desert music, you know, so it's a very unique kind of flavor of music that you have there in that region of India, you know, Mongolia and that kind of stuff. Is not far east enough to sound Japanese and Chinese, and it's not Middle Eastern enough to sound like desert music, like I said. So it's a very unique feel that they gave to Rajang. And there's a lot of percussion too. Another interesting thing about this. Yeah, check this out. It's just holding the same chord for most of the song. So it definitely doesn't sound Eastern. And that, again, might support the thing that I said, that they took inspiration from Middle Eastern and Indian stuff, because over there in the Middle East they don't have the same harmony as we have, and in fact they have very, very little harmony. They rarely have chords and stuff like that, so it seems like they are mimicking that aspect of Middle Eastern Indian music here. And it also, I think it fits as well Rajang's personality a little bit, because it ends up sounding a little bit more primitive and simplistic, because it's just one chord that they keep holding all the way through. So it sounds kind of primitive and simplistic, which goes very well with Rajang's monkey aspect. Oh, and it's repeating already. That was a very short theme. Next up is the Monster Hunter World version. And yeah, if I remember correctly, this version it's kind of jazzy, kind of bluesy. See, they even have the upright bass. This version is funny. I wonder why it even has the piano. Check this out. Did you hear it? The pianist did one of these. So it feels like a complete kind of big band jazz kind of ensemble, complete with piano and a lot of brass and drums and even the upright bass. So I'm aware that there's some kind of association between this kind of big band jazzy music with monkeys. I don't know why, but I know that association exists. The first time I noticed this association, if you guys are about the same age as me, you remember Disney's Tarzan. And in Disney's Tarzan, they use this exact same kind of music for some of the monkey tracks, some of the monkey related tracks. And I don't know why. I don't think it started in Tarzan. I think it goes way farther back than that. So if you guys know where this association comes from, how far back we can trace it, please let me know. I'm aware of the association, I just don't know where it came from. Oh, a quieter part. This part is new, I feel like. And it's still holding the same chord. Oh no. There's definitely harmony here. Ooh, wow. Yeah, this part was new. I was gonna say that they were still holding that same chord from the original version. And they are for the most part, but in the new part here that they inserted here exclusively into the world version, they put some harmony there. And it makes sense because they made this like a kind of a jazzy version, and jazz has a ton of harmony. It has a lot of harmony. So it makes sense for them to insert some harmony here. Oh, and now there's a sax solo. And now they are... Oh, again. Once again, I was about to say that they were holding the same chord, but then they put some harmony in there. So they're switching it up. They are still maintaining that kind of primitive feel of the original, but they're putting the jazzy stuff in here and there. Here, some nice chords here. So much punch. Now it's time for Rise. Shut up. It's time for Rise's version. Let's go. This one, yeah, It's not jazzy. Oh yeah, the vocals. And the sitar. Did you hear it? They have even other Middle Eastern Indian stuff aside from the sitar, and the sitar itself is a lot more evident in this, and I'm starting to see it's fun to make these kind of comparisons because I'm starting to see a parallel between this comparison and the last comparison that I did, which was for Zinogre. And in the Zinogre Rise version, I remember that the one of the things that they did in the Rise version for Zinogre is they emphasized the unique aspects of the Zinogre theme, like the electric guitar, everything that made Zinogre, that symbolized Zinogre and made Zinogre a unique monster and made the theme for Zinogre a unique theme. They raised it up to 11. They emphasized it, and they're doing the same thing here because the Middle Eastern things and the sitar is much more evident in this when compared to the the original version. Can you hear it? And there's this. This instrument sounds like it could be maybe a qanun, which is kind of like a Persian harp. This one. This. Beautiful strings. And the vocals that you just heard, they further emphasize the Middle Eastern thing. See? Here they're definitely sticking to the one chord thing that I talked about. This part's new, I think. Oh, that was awesome melody in the vocals here. With Rise's version, I feel like it's the same story with the Zinogre comparison that I did. Rise version lacks a little bit of punch. Like, for example, if you compare this with this from World, more punch, right? And World's version feels like it's mixed a little louder than Rise. So let's try to make them both about the same loudness. Okay, so now it should be even with the same loudness. World's version sounds punchier, and I get why they did that for Rise, because Rise relies a lot on all these exotic and different sounds. You know, there's Japanese instruments and there's a ton of Middle Eastern instruments here in the Rajang theme for Rise. So in order to make room for all these different sounds, I feel like they have to thin out the orchestra or the orchestral ensemble a little bit. It's not a full orchestra with, you know, strings, brass and woodwinds. They have to thin it out a little bit to make room for all the different sounds, so it sounds less punchy and less heavy, while World is just a big and regular, more traditional orchestral ensemble. And I gotta say that for Rise version, I definitely prefer it over the original theme, because the original theme, it definitely laid the foundation for the characteristics of the theme, and it represented Rajang very well. But I feel like the first one was kind of short. Rise added more parts to it, and there's that thing that I love about Rise, that it emphasizes the unique aspects of the theme. You know, if there's something different in the theme, like a sitar or some Middle Eastern elements, Rise just emphasizes and focuses on that and puts that on the forefront, and I love that. So I prefer Rise over the original. But overall, man, you just gotta give it the overall preference. I just have to give it to the World version, because it's just so funny. It sounds so different. There's no other Monster theme that is jazzy like this. So yeah, if I had to make a list, it would be first place World version, second place Rise, and third place the original from Monster Hunter DOS. But let me know though, what is your favorite version of the Rajang themes? And I've made another comparison video like this one on the Zinogre theme, check it out over here. And I have a ton of other videos on Monster Hunter music, and I'm gonna put over here my playlist on Monster Hunter World music if you're into that. And remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I'll see you there.